What's up, guys? It's Seth bringing you another PC build. Now this one's not going to be for a gaming PC, although it will probably apply to anybody wanting to play games on it as well. Not like it's going to be a low performance computer by any means, but instead of it being directed at gaming, it's actually going to be directed at editing and multitasking and stuff like that. So more, I don't know, workstation type performance. Excuse me. So it'll be better for mainly video editing. That's a big thing that a lot of people do. Really, if you're building a PC, it's going to be, for gaming or for editing. Those are the two main things that you would be building a PC for in most use case scenarios. The only main differences that you will see, I do want to point this out real quick, is that in an editing PC, there's going to be generally more hard drives or just more hard drive space, and you're going to have more RAM. Those are the two main differences. Graphics cards don't generally need to be different. Coolers, motherboards, power supplies, those things they don't generally change a whole lot, no matter what type of stuff you're trying to do with the computer. Sometimes the CPU will change, but in this case, it really did not. The 3770K, which is what we're using, is more than okay for pretty much any type of computer. So let's get right into it. As I just mentioned, actually, the 3770K, that's the processor that we're using. Going to be good for pretty much anything that you're doing, including gaming if you wanted to use this system for gaming, because, might as well. For the most part, it is one of the best CPUs being offered by Intel right now. However, if you do want to wait a few months, I'd say around, Q4 of 2013, then you can pick up the new Intel chips, which will be the Haswell ones, which are not out yet, but if you don't mind waiting, you might as well pick those up instead of getting the 3770K. But of course, no matter what, the 3770K will be fine even once Haswell comes out. Not going to lower in performance, and it'll still be more than okay for this build. For cooling that, going with the H110, it's a fairly new CPU cooler from Corsair. I love the H series. I've used it in pretty much all of my PC builds, and the fact that it's a liquid cooler and you can get that type of liquid cooling performance, which is generally quiet and a lot better performing, just as a general rule, not always, but air coolers can be good, but I do prefer liquid when possible. But the H series just makes it so incredibly easy to liquid cool your PC, simply because there are no open loops. Like, you don't have to, fill up the loops. You don't have to do anything like that. You don't have to empty them, refill them. Maintenance is not an issue. Leaks generally are not an issue. So just if you're new to liquid cooling or water cooling, whatever you want to call it, go with the H series from Corsair. The 110 is, preferable for this build, but you can use one of the other ones like the H55 if you wanted to. For the motherboard, going to the Asus Maximus 5 formula. Again, a very good board, eATX, so it can fit pretty much anything you could possibly put on there, including, I think it was like quad SLI. I mean, it's insane. If you want to do multiple graphics cards, it's going to be no issue with this. But if you wanted to put like a capture device, capture card I should call it, then that's going to be no issue as well, because there are more than enough SLI slots. Fairly expensive overall. $275 is the average price right now, but Asus is a very good brand, and the Maximus 5 formula is a very good motherboard. For the RAM, going with 16 gigabytes of G.Skill Ripjaws X series. Nothing too special about this, nothing too different from what you would have in a more enthusiast level gaming PC, but I do recommend 16 gigabytes as a minimum if you are using the PC primarily for editing and not for gaming. You can get by with 8 gigs for gaming if you want to. Storage, this is where it kind of separates from gaming. You generally wouldn't have 3 drives. The first one that we're using is the Samsung 840 Pro series, 256 gigabytes, more than enough space for your operating system, your applications, your games, whatever you want to put on there. Going to be more than enough space, so no issue there. Then we're using 2 of the fairly common Western Digital Caviar Black 1 terabyte drives. Of course, you can switch that out for just one 2 terabyte drive if you wanted to. we're going with, again, Asus for the graphics card, 680, 2GB VRAM for the card. High performance, very good for editing or very good for gaming, whatever you want to use it for. The 680 is just a very good video card, graphics card, whatever you want to call it. In general, I do recommend it. So definitely a good card to go with no matter what you are using the PC for. One of the last main components is the NZXT Phantom 820. This is the gray version. In my opinion, the gray looks the best, but it's up to you. Just give you an actual view of it if you want to see it. The case is very nice. Overall it just looks amazing. The front panel is, it's a door type panel design, which is fine. Covers up the front and provides a little bit more noise canceling because it's not open at all. And on the side you have a small window as well as fan mounts and all that great stuff. Looks very nice, and it's a full tower, so it can fit everything that you want. The last true component is the Seasonic 650 watt 80 plus gold certified power supply. So regular 650 watt, more than enough power than you would need for this build. You could probably get away with 600 or 550 even without any issue. And Seasonic is a good brand, not one I've used tons personally, but I've heard good things about it, and it has very good reviews considering it has 317 ratings altogether. The last thing, which is always optional, is the optical drive. I went with the regular HP one, nothing too special there at all. Not Blu-ray, just regular optical, but I do recommend, as I've mentioned in other videos for these PC builds, I would probably recommend going with a external optical drive instead of an internal one. Just it's easier to deal with, and you don't have to deal with installing another thing directly onto your computer. So it's up to you, but if you want to go with an internal optical, then this is probably a good one. It's just like $44, so you can't go wrong there. In total, after mail-in rebates and shipping and all that great stuff, shipping will vary depending on where you are, but it came up to $1980.82. Even with higher shipping, it would probably be around $2,000. So no matter what, if you have a $2,000 budget, then this is a great build for you. Offers everything that you could possibly need for a regular level to lower enthusiast level editing PC. It's just overall these components are very good. Only thing I would suggest is waiting out for Haswell in case you want the latest and greatest possible. That's really up to you, and I don't see a reason to wait, but if you can wait, then you might as well. So I'll talk to you guys there. Bye. Oh yeah, make sure to subscribe. That's very important. Do that. Now I'll talk to you guys there. Bye.